Just about set for football as we welcome you to SoFi Stadium, Inglewood, California. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. We welcome you. That's the punter, Ethan Evans, to get this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
And I think each of the last two seasons since he's become a full-time starter, Mike, all we've seen Jordan Love do is improve week by week, year by year. And when you talk to his head coach, Matt LaFleur, he's very clear. He said, there is no question in my mind. He can become one of the elite quarterbacks in this league. He just needs to do two things: stay healthy and keep winning.
Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
On second down, Love. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
And this offense just continues to methodically move the ball down the field here on their opening drive, Mike. And I think defensively, they've got to figure something out. Otherwise, this has the looks for one of those long days in the office.
Finding space at the 15. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
Here's Jacobs. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal.
Now here's second and goal. Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where they're zoned.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Romeo Doubs. Touchdown, Green Bay. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead.
Rams nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
He'll find his tight end. It's Kobe Parkinson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Rams first down.
40-yard line.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
First carry here for Kyron Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That is sweet. Gain of 16 on back-to-back plays. And another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
At the 39-yard line, a 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 4. The motion man is Nakua. It's another run here for Williams. No guys there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third, they need 8. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, L.A.
Rams, first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
Xavier McKinney on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Packers' 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 3. Now here's a keeper on his own read. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
Gain on the play.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
A first down throw for Stafford. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Third down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's taken in, and he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. It's always a little bit of a letdown. Like you find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. The good play action with Love. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. He'll be out of bounds. That's a decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
To Jaden Reed. Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 4. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. A 2nd down throw for Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. That's Dobbs open left side. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
3rd down.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Packers on top, and we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. They've got 3rd down and less than a yard. And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. it's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Max doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Quick slant into the hands of Golden. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
A gain of 12. And a Packer first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
At the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Ball on the 32. It's second and 2. Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Love to throw it on first down. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Second and 10 at the Rams' 29-yard line.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Throwing is Love. This one is caught by Reed. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Here's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down, Green Bay.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Love to throw on first and 10. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And it'll bring up second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
A dive and a catch. Incredible. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal
at the 2-yard line.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. It's a big-time play.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Now it's McManus
lining up
for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Packers extend their advantage to 14-3.
14, Rams 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Rams offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Short throw, pulled in by Parkinson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
17 yards on that play. Good for a Rams 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
The outside, it's brought in by Adams. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
2nd and 3.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
1st down.
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
A give, and here comes Williams. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Javon Bullard there on the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
You can do it, baby! Last chance, let's go right now. Let's do this! Yeah, boys! We can't wait any longer!
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Williams is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now, the extra point.
On for the extra point.
His kick is good. And the Rams are back within 4. It is 14-10.
Rams 10.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They'll do so with first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down. Here's Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs.
Complete to Romeo Dobbs. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Here's second and 2. Now Love. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
A gain of 9 yards.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll come up here, first and 10. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. On first down, it's Love. He'll go underneath to Jacobs. Packers going to use their final timeout now, and he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
At the Rams.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw is Love. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver.
Incomplete.
Now it's going to be 3rd down.
It's 3rd
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. The Rams offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They put Adams in motion. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Second down, it's Stafford. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those
12
footsteps.
yards to
I don't
go.
care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Throw on 3rd down, Stafford. That one into the hands of Atwell. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
29.
They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Stafford to throw again. A quick slant, and here's Adams. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
To the air again, Stafford. gain 18 yards on that one. First down, LA.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Rams first down.
Really nice
First and
job
10
there,
at the
Mike. I mean,
20-yard
he
line.
sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
They'll go again here with Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They put Adams in motion. Stafford now on third down. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up first and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
They'll run. It's Williams. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
So push back to the 11-yard line for second and goal. This one caught at the 4.
These are the worst. I had a couple of years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Matthew Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the Rams move out to a 3-point edge. 17-14.
Packers 14.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
Packers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with first and 10.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 6. From the gun, it's Love. That's to Dobbs again. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And a Packer first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
That's caught downfield. Dobbs. And he will go Touchdown, Green Bay. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
McManus on for the point after. He's got it, and the Packers move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
Rams 17. Brendan McManus.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Corum. Yeah! And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now this looks like a design run. He takes off, and he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the 1st down.
Off play action. It's Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those 2 things are on point, it results in a 1st down. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws, and that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
For the Rams.
So 4th down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. There's that man again. Another catch. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. We'll go play action with Love. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution. And leads to an incompletion.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he's taken down up past the 35.
A gain of
22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Packers.
Ridiculous. Take him out.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and a yard. Love to throw. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
Here's Love to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Gain of 11 on the play.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
46-yard line.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Love quickly out to Watson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Christian Watson. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Here's Love. Right back to Watson. Another grab. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
On the return, here comes Corum. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Stafford now. Short throw, pulled in by Parkinson. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Gain of 14 yards.
Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
First and 10.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he's brought down after after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And he'll be close to a first down.
That's a gain of 3.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Making us look bad. Drop out now. Más malos que el veneno. Run it in for a touchdown.
Stafford to throw it. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he's going to have the Rams first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
And the Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
On first down, Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams.
Complete to number 17, Devontae Adams. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
2nd and 5. To throw is Stafford. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Devontae Adams. Touchdown, L.A. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter. And now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? You're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet.
For the
A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Williams now to return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21.
The Packers offense headed back to take over once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. That one thrown quickly. Watson on the RPO. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Love. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. Fourth quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. Well, he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. He's going to bring up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Jaden Reed was the intended target.
Incomplete.
And it's going to bring up a third down.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
That one caught. He finds Golden. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
First down.
A big one here in the fourth quarter. It's a gain of 34. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3.
He was brought down by Jacoby Durant. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
Now, 1st and goal. Here's Love. Moving left. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Christian Watson, touchdown Packers.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick 6 the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on the line, and the result is a touchdown.
Packers 31, Rams 24.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return, here comes Corum. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Rams offense and Devontae Adams heading back onto the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now, on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. Downfield, it's Devontae. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We are going to do this. We got this.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That's to Parkinson, open right side.
Complete to Kobe Parkinson. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
Here is 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Stafford. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Throw it. On 3rd down, Stafford. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. And the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's 1st down. They go jet sweep and give it to Adams. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brought down at the 28-yard line.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the 1st down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stafford. This one complete to Atway. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties, make the...
And it's a touchdown! They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Come on, baby! Keep it up! Keep it up, fellas. One more time. You got this.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late fourth as the kickoff comes. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. In motion goes Dobbs. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Another try, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Love. That is incomplete with 1 second left on the clock.
Incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Here's Williams on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Packers offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive.
Number 8, Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They tackle him at the 48, but that run is good enough to pick up the 1st down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a 1st throw here in overtime. There's that man again, another catch. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a 1st down.
What is this? You're better than this. Oh, man, come on! The game's not over, you know. Why are you giving up?
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Josh Jacobs, the Packer ball carrier. He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 5. Brings brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Running is Jacobs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run with Jacobs. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
3rd down and 9. Throwing is Love. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
So here comes Brandon McManus in a pressure situation. This to get a leg up in the OT. This kick is good. He knocks it through. And they get the upper hand as they take the lead to start overtime.
Of course they would have loved to finish this with a touchdown, of course. But this is the next best thing. You come out here in overtime, you get the early lead going up by 3, and now you put it on your defense. Can they come up with one stop to win this football game?
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Rams offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Throwing, Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Gain of 11.
They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Man in motion is Smith. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll fake the handoff now, and it's intercepted. That ought to seal it. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon.
Mike, at this point in the game, you just can't make that mistake. But at the same time, give credit to this defense. They continue to come up big, and no play bigger than that interception. And you can bet, if this game ends now, that guy's going to find himself with the game ball.
So, it's a win for the Packers. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here in OT. The final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night.